Okay, everybody, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being on time. I do appreciate it. On the phone and or computer with us, we have Hanry. He is going to be going through a lot of the Neschen products that we now have access to. For the past about year, we have had up and down issues with Neschen, trying to find out who's going to be sourcing them and everything else. We now have the name of the company is IntelliGart, and Hanry Chan is going to give us a demonstration or some of the information regarding the Neschen products, the new Neschen products. And just so that you know, we do have access to just about all of this. If it's not the catalog, it is special order. So we are looking to see how things go to where we might be able to put some more items back into the catalog starting next year. Henry, if you could go right ahead and take it away, sir.
Great, thank you so much, Ed. So I hope everyone have a good week this week, and thank you for your time today. Basically, I just want to give you a brief background what happened with Neschen, and now we are the new agent for the new products, and for the last couple of years, Neschen has to pull out from the U.S. Because they were having some financial issue and they need to focus back in Europe and the Neschen name, even though although this time they were out of the U.S., the name is still very respected and our premium quality products are still very desired after, still well desired after. And and for the last couple of years, we kind of Nation kind of rebuilt from the ground up as far as the infrastructure and developing new products. And we shifted our products more away from the commodity products and more into the specialty niche products, if you were to say. And but many people are still confused today that Nation, are and Arco and the whole seal situation from the past. But I do want to just make it clear that Nation is completely separate from the seal name and separate from Arco and now they want to come back to the U.S. and join with Interguard. And this year, at FISPA, we meet together and open up a new office and warehouse in California for a quick turnaround and well-stocked inventory. We do have really good experience selling Nation products. We've been selling their products for about 25 years. And all these new products that I will be showing today is not going to be available to anybody else other than us and hopefully fellas, right now you guys are my focus and we are targeting only a very selected or very few distributor to work with so we can maximize your profitability. And in return, we want you guys to, demonstrate and educate the value of our products to your customers. I'm going to be pretty much your point of contacts for any orders, samples, training, or any product support or questions you may have. And you can contact me for anything, and I will try to find a solution for you guys. Basically, you see on the presentation, I have the EasyDot 2.0, which is going to be our the flagship products for the self adhesive vinyls. And you can see here we have 10 products using this dotted adhesive technology. And what this dotted adhesive technology is kind of similar to airy grass, is an air release application. And but airy grass, if you compare it to the Easy Dot, is not even comparable because the Easy Dot is so easy to use. Any job can be done like maybe 4 or 5 times faster. It doesn't require tools. You can basically just use your hand if you want. So it's very simple to put on with bubble free. You can reposition it during installations. And what's unique about this product is that we have you can see many different functionality with the Easy Dot. Like for example, if you see the print and walk is a floor application that has the anti-slip resistant, which is an R9 floor that does not require laminations. Meaning, your customer is going to save a bunch of money without laminating and still get certified with the anti-slip floor application. We have it in chalkboard, so you can use it in cafe, restaurants, school, kindergartens, anywhere you can think that that would like to use a chalkboard. We have whiteout, which is something that covers a graphic underneath. We also made this into a PP material, so it's PVC free, is earth friendly for someone who's more eco friendly and want to be want something that is biodegradable. And other than all these, we have the Goody Dot, which is a mounting film, which use this dotted adhesive, and you can put any prints onto a substrate with this mounting adhesive, and pretty much you can get the effect of the dotted adhesive on any media and the substrates. So let's see here. So basically on the slide, you can see this is how the dotted adhesive looks like on the vinyl. Is compared to a penny. Is very small, very tiny. And when you apply on the windows, you might see a little bit of the texture of the dotted adhesive, but if it's actually very good. So if you step away a little bit, it's pretty much like a regular vinyls. You can't really see it, and so pretty much you can see most of the materials are able to use with latex solvents and UV inks. And let's see, it does have really good flatness and printability. And the shelf life for the materials unprinted up to 2 years. We do have all the the standard certification like the fire certifications, and we do have a lot of our materials. We work closely with HP, so we do have it. We do have the latex certification on a lot of our materials as well. And like I said, the UV print and walk does have the R9 anti-slip resistant, and this including the ink layer. So if you compare other floor applications, a lot of people have a anti-slip certified too, but once they are printed, it's not certified anymore. And with the UV print and walk that we have, it is certified with the ink layer, meaning it does work. It is certified with the latex and UV ink. Okay, and let's see here. So those are just some little bit more backgrounds of the Easy Dot on the processing and handling. Very easy to remove, like I said, reposition during installation without stretching the vinyls. And Easy Dot can also be laminated, but we do have an Easy Protect lamination for this material. But most likely, people who use this is for short-term applications or a fast-changing environment like trade shows, and it's meant for short-term, like few months, to up to a year, I would say. That we have used some of the materials like the print and walk in a supermarket for like a year, and we don't have any problem with this. And let's see here. And also with the clear and transparent, you are since it is, transparent, I wouldn't recommend using it outdoor where it can expose to water because the water can get in there, and it will appear to be a fading graphic if it is exposed to water or rain. Now, what's great about this material is that it is, like I said, very convenient for the customers, and it works especially well if you have chain retail shops. Pretty much, you can print it and send it to their employees, and they can put it up overnight for any kind of campaign or projects that they will have. And even for the professional guys, they can get a lot more jobs with this material because it's so easy to install. um, so pretty much, it is it increased the revenue for everybody. Those are just some of the places that we have used in our easy dot on. And since we have such a wide selection, you can see, pretty much we can put this easy dot material everywhere. And this is just some pictures of the matte material we have put up. And this is HP certified with the latex ink. It does work with aqua solvent and UV ink for this material. This is the glossy, and it's also same as the matte, but just a glossy finish. And this is a clear, even though it is clear, it's more of a frosty finish. If you can, see the pictures on the right-hand side, you can see it is a more of a privacy barrier film. And this is the transparent, and you can, for any clear or transparent film, you can do a inverse printing on there. So pretty much you can put it inside the shop and do a mirror inverted window advertisement. And this is going to be the whiteout, which blocks any graphic underneath. So it's very opaque, and you can't really see through these vinyls. This is the UV dot print and walk. I think this is probably going to be the most interesting one for your customers because, like I said, there's nothing on the market that is similar with combined with the data adhesive and anti-slip resistant without lamination, as you see here. And you can see we did a case study here. We have put this in Germany, and you can see on the supermarket, we put it near the counter where people walking back and forth. And we have, regular cleaning with the machines, and there's no problem. We have put this, actually, it lasts up to like 13 months with good visuals on the graphic. And this month, we do have a new material called gold and silver, which is a metallic finish. It's good for plotting or cutting out, stickers with this data adhesive as well. So it's good for holidays like shapes or big letterings. And this is PP material. Like I said, is environmental friendly, but this is the only material that that uses UV ink only. And this is the mounting adhesive I was talking about earlier, which is the Goody Dot. And you can see here, affix photos, prints, and many media to any type of service. It is a carrier-free dotted transfer for this bubble-free effect. Uh, is anyone familiar with the Goody window? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So the Goody window has a carrier in between graphic. This Goody dot, it doesn't have a carrier in between the adhesive and the other side of the permanent adhesive. It just pretty much transfer all the dots onto the print. So, I know the Goody window is a very good mounting adhesive that a lot of people use. And this could be an alternative to some of those customers. Let's see here. And this is the chalkboard film that we have. I do have some videos on a lot of this media. So if it'd be easier for a customer to take a look on the videos we do, I can provide them for you. Let's see here. And what I found is that when I present to customer, I usually pick 3 or 4 items to present to them, and usually I present the more unique one to them first. So this way, they don't see the easy dot just another type of vinyl, and it'll be more interesting for them, and once once I present them the specialty ones, the more unique ones, then I also tell them we have the standard ones like the matte, clear, glossy, just as an option if they want something that is more commonly used. Pretty much you can see here we have you can put this stuff up anywhere, pretty much everywhere, indoor and even outdoor as well. Um, and we have been selling this material in Europe, and it's been growing exponentially for us. Just for us in Poland, every year we almost double our sales for the Easy Dot products. People who have used this, they always come back to us and buy some more because it's so easy to use. And we do have the clean films, but right now what we're trying to do is we want to start with the Easy Dot first. We do have a lot of other materials like the green wallpaper this year. That we are trying to push. We also have a printable glass deco film, which is a polymeric film that goes on outdoor 7 years. A very long-lasting window films that is with a very good adhesive. And it is a very competitive price for this glass deco I'm talking about right now. We also have newer products that's coming out later with page wide Easy Dot with pretty much the UV the green wallpaper with adhesive as well. So we do have a lot of the interesting product coming out from Neschen. And what makes our product really different from any of our competitors is pretty much we use very good, I would say, our double-sided PE liner. And what it does, it provides, comparing to our products to any other products, there's not going to be any curling. It's going to be better for handling and sheet business. I have played around with anything similar to Easy Dot on the market, and I can honestly tell you, there's nothing like this on the market as far as the quality. So we might be a little bit slightly, as far as the price, slightly higher, but definitely with combining the qualities that we offer, combining the wide selection we offer, we still our material is definitely more superior than any competitors out there. And basically, this is the summary of the Easy Dot products. I will send you the sell sheets, relating to each one of them. So it'll be more, I will say, categorized in a summary per item, so it doesn't confuse the customers. But this is just kind of like a quick rundown of the products. And I would like to hear, what do you guys think about this Easy Dot products, and what if you have any questions for me.
I have a question to start with. You said you have the Easy Dot, the one that is designed for floors.
Yeah.
Is that one just UV printable, or is that I couldn't remember, or didn't get to that. Is it UV or is it eco-solvent as well?
So let's see. The first page here, I have it listed for you guys. Let me put it back up onto a full screen. Is this okay? Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see the print and walk, the floor application. It is printable with latex and UV.
Okay.
We do recommend UV because it just adheres, it just sticks to the media better. And for the UV, it lasts like 3 months to be conservative. But like I said, we have users in the supermarket for 13 months without any problem. But we tell customer just to be conservative with UV is 3 months, and with latex is about 2 to 4 weeks.
All right.
Okay, no problem. And we do have, as far as right now, I'm waiting for Neschen to provide small sample booklets. And once I receive it, I can send it out to each one of you. Do you want me to ship it all to one location, or would you prefer me to send it directly to everybody?
I'd rather you send it to everybody at the addresses that you have on that sheet that I sent you.
Okay.
Let us know when it is coming so that we can look out for it in the warehouse and be able to use that. Now, those books are just going to be for everybody to show your clients. You can't give the books out, but Hanry does have samples that you can request through him.
Right. So the booklets is for you to keep to present to your customers. And if your customer do want some, samples, I can either send them, those A4 samples like you're going to be having in the booklet. If they're serious customers, we do have sample rolls ready as well. So we can ship them out right away and for your customer to evaluate and test. And our warehouse is located in California, which is great for you guys. You guys are all from the West Coast. We do have plans to expand into, the southern of the like Texas or East Coast later on with more warehouses. And just because, like I said, we are still in the earlier stages of the setting up the company right now, and pretty much if during the meantime you guys doing an excellent job and need something more quicker, we are open to doing a consignment basis if the volume grows quickly. But like I said, at this I have to discuss with Dewey just to see how we can maybe with this consignment option to see if this could be a possibility.
Okay, keep in mind, everybody, that's not consignment to your clients, it's consignment to us.
Yes.
Okay.
And like I said, we are here to. I'm gonna provide any support you guys need. I don't know if everyone have my number. If you don't, I can give it out to you guys. But I'm on call 24 hours a day, and pretty much, if you need anything, just shoot me. I'm always pretty quick getting back to you by email, so you can just shoot me an email with any question, and I will definitely be here to help you.
So everybody, I go ahead and tell you, make sure you email him in 2 o'clock in the morning so that we can get an answer back by 2:30.
That's it, not 4 a.m. That's when I just start sleeping.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Please ask away.
Carly here. When will these products be available online, or are they available now? Are we waiting till the first of the year? What's the plan?
These are, a lot of these are going to be special order until we get a handle on things. So they are going to be a lot of them special order.
What about profiles? Printing profiles?
Profiles, I will provide you guys with the link. We do have a link for the ICC profiles with a lot of the commonly used printers. And for our Easy Dot, you'll be able to select the options and you'll be able to get those profiles online.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Ted?
Yes.
So is IntegArt the U.S. master distributor for Neschen now?
That is correct.
Okay. And as far as the videos go, will these be online underneath the product description at fellers.com?
Again, it won't be on fellers.com quite yet. Not all of these products. There's going to be very few products for Neschen. Most of them are going to be available only by special order.
Okay.
So it is, I mean, we're working on that. As far as the videos, I believe that Hanry will be sending out a list of the videos so that we can go and see them as we need to, or be able to distribute them out to the clients.
Right.
Can customer go to your website to check out the information of the products?
Yes, they can. They can go to our Neschen's website or IntegArt's website. Both of them have the information for the Easy Dot.
Okay. What part of California are you located in?
We are actually in Orange County, California. So our office is actually in Irvine, if anyone is familiar with the city.
Oh, okay. I'm not that far.
Yeah, not that far away from you. And if you guys, want to meet with me or just, have a coffee, definitely call me up and I can come visit you guys to, to say hi and to talk over some of the products with you guys.
That'd be great.
Hanry, can you also send to me the presentation you just did so that I can send it out to the rest of the team?
Yes, I can.
I appreciate it.
A PDF file, so it's smaller and easy for you guys to send to your customer as well.
Great, thank you. Who else has questions? Anybody?
I have some of your old products, so I guess I'm gonna throw it away.
Really? Is it all old?
I have some of them like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Are we still going to be able to get the fabric? I know we carry the canvas. Any of the other ones, like the flag material, the thinner canvas products as well still?
Here's the thing, with the textiles right now, we actually have some very good material from Forage, which is, I just, got this, we just got this material from them this month. They have been very highly, because we work closely with HP, and HP highly recommend this material because, they have go through all different type of testing, and they have been working together with their R&D team, and pretty much, they score 5 out of 5 on all of the categories. So I you said, we are going to have some textiles coming very soon.
Okay.
They're going to be very good for HB latex and
Okay. Anybody else?
Thank
All right. Well, Hanry, thank you very much for the presentation, for the letting us know about some of the products that are here and available to us. We do appreciate it. And unfortunately, I will let you know that you're going to be very busy because this is just one team out of 5 nationwide. So it's going to be one of those things that, you're probably going to be inundated after all this with questions, okay?
yeah, no problem, no
All
problem.
right. Thank you again. Everybody stay online. Hanry, I'm going to go ahead and let you go,
Okay.
if you could, and so I can have another meeting with my team, okay?
Thank you guys. You guys have a great week. Thanks.
Thank you.
You too, Hanry.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being very good to our guest. I do appreciate that. Just have a few things to go over, not much of anything unless you guys have questions for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Our first thing is next week, I am going to be in Tulsa. We have our managers meeting for the entire week. So I won't be back until Friday afternoon, Friday at about noon my time. So keep in mind that when I'm gone like that, I still have access, but I'm going to be slow to respond to a lot of things. So please do your best to work with each other if you could. The week after that, I will be on vacation. So I am going to basically be out of pocket for just in and out for 2 weeks. I do apologize for that, but it just happens to be the way it happens this year. Okay?
Thanks.
Questions on that?
Fun.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, also, I want you to do me a favor if you could. If there's something you want me to bring up with Tulsa, I mean, it's not a bitching session by any means, but if there's something that we need to address, please send me an email so that I can actually see about addressing those situations. I do have a few items that I'm going to be addressing for things that we do, such as the communication with a lot of online ordering, communication with even our credit departments in some instances, things like that.
Thank you.
The other thing I'll be talking about with them and whether or not it's going to happen or whether or not we're going to change is our bonus structure. Okay? Again, I do not know exactly what will happen, but I'm just letting you know these are some of the items that that are talking about. Go ahead. Okay. So please send me an email if there is something you guys wish me to discuss with them. If there's a concern, please, put it in an email. I really would appreciate that. And do it by Thursday this week so that I can actually have them ready for Friday so I can look them over and make sure I know what I'm doing on Monday morning. Okay? We've got some new locked pricing that's going to be starting January 1st. This is on the 1105, 1360, and most laminates in that area. So this is now going to be locked pricing. We will be learning the actual pricing probably at our managers meeting next week. It'll be available online. We will send out an email as to let you know what the pricing is. There are a couple stipulations. If your customer has a price quote or price whatever you want to talk about with a customer or with Avery, that they have a better price than what's online and what this fixed pricing is going to be, that pricing most likely, from what I understand, will stay that way. They will not be moved up. Okay? Now, there's only a couple of those that we have in our region. Avery's not one of those that actually puts out a lot of special pricing to anybody. So just to let you know that there are a couple that we do have. In the case of somebody saying, I want to order 50 rolls, 50 kits, whatever it happens to be, there is no price break. None at all on the locked pricing. Okay? Questions? All right. Goldmine notes. Guys, I don't know how we ended up last month. I haven't looked at it. I'm hoping that we got better from the middle of the month. It was really bad, as you guys know, because of that email I sent out. They're supposed to be done daily. That's one of the things. So this is what we're going to be starting to implement after the first of the year. We'll go over this again at the first of the year. Something that a lot of the other managers are doing, something that Alan started to do with the training classes, and that is you guys send me an email at the end of business every day with your notes. It's a little micromanaging. I do not micromanage. I hate it. But at the same time, I got to do it. So everybody is required starting the first of the year at the end of business day, I need your notes. You need to send me in an email. All the notes, what you did with that customer, conversations, things like that. Okay?
So I could send you 11:50 p.m. before midnight, my time. Right?
What are you talking about, Angel? I'm sorry.
Can I email you at 11:50
You
p.m.?
can email any. I will tell you, as long as I get it by that day, I'm fine.
Okay. My time. My time, I said. Remember, I'm different hour.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. It takes a while and everything else. Now, there is something that a lot of people don't know in Outlook. You guys can't take and copy and paste into a different section, or let's say into an email. But you can cut and paste into an email form, and then cut and paste back into Outlook if you want to do it that way. Okay?
I did that, but once in a while it's getting a little weird. It wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, most of the time it does. I mean, it should. But if that doesn't work, I mean, the best way to do it is put it in the email form or however, and then copy that and paste it into Outlook. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on that? Again, I don't want to do this. It sucks, but I think we're going to need to do this because of how much it really is impacting what we do on a daily basis. Okay?
So Tad?
Yes?
When we were under Alan, he would have us just do a screenshot of the gold mine entry.
Right.
And
which is fine.
And then drop that into an email, and then send the email at the end of the day.
That's fine. If you want to do that, I have no problem with that at all. Not everybody knows how to do that.
With every customer?
I'm sorry?
Everybody you talk to.
Okay, say, who wants to talk? Like Brian, or I'm sorry, Randy. You were saying something? No? Okay.
Alan didn't show that to us that I remember, but he wanted to do that with every customer, every note you make.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, let's put it this way. I need to know what's going on because, as everybody saw in the middle of the month, we had several that were way behind on their notes. They weren't, and I know that most of it is because they weren't putting their notes in. And that, just so that you know, I get an email and everybody looks at those notes daily, such as Carl. So when the notes got that bad, I got an email from Carl saying, what the hell is going on in your region? Nobody's doing their notes. Okay? And that's why this is coming about, guys. So when you put a note into the system, you put a copy and copy that and put it into an email to me. Put an email together and just have it sitting on the side. And then when you guys are done with it at the end of the day, after you put all your notes in, then you send it to me.
Yeah, that seems more time effective.
Yeah, that, which is fine. That's what I meant. Just put it into an email, and like Chuck said, if you know how to do a screenshot, a copy paste of the screenshot, put it in there, and then that way that can be sent to me as well, and I can read it. Okay.
You know, it's really simple. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And so, and I think Alan may have even put together a short video on how to do it.
If he did, it'll be on the Dropbox.
But basically, all you do is, because you have to be building your Goldmine notes anyway. And if you don't want to do another step of, you know, writing that one more time in an email, what you do is you close out your Goldmine note. You know, you hit OK to go ahead and put it in Goldmine. Then you open that back up. You do an Alt print screen, and then go over to the email that you're going to end up sending to Ted and do Control V, and it will paste that screenshot into the email.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. And then you're not having to enter the same stuff twice. You know, in my previous life, that was the ridiculous thing. By the time we were done, we would be writing the same thing 5 different times.
Yeah.
One for the CRM, and then all these other things that you had to do. So this is basically a couple of steps, and you got it done, and hit send at the end of the day to Ted, and that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys can remember. If not, Chuck, if you call Chuck, I'm sure Chuck would be willing to go over it again with you if you have questions on how to do that.
Yeah, it's real simple. I mean, we could spend 30 seconds on the phone. I can walk you through it.
All right. Any questions on that? Anybody else?
Hey, Ted, it's Charlene. My internet's cutting in and out, and I missed, when are we implementing this? Was it the first of the year?
First of the year. That is correct. And the only reason I'm waiting to do that and by then is because I'm going to be gone next week and the following week. And then, you know, we've got a lot of people that are going to be on vacation. So I just say we'll just start at the beginning of the year. Okay. All right. I only have one other thing. Something I want to go over with as far as the override department and how things work in that particular department, how we get emails and things like that. A lot of times when a customer calls in and it is the pricing that they give is different than what's on the catalog, or actually what's been set up for that customer is sent to override. If there is a special part number for a customer, for instance, they have a special order and a special part number, if you do not set up pricing in the system for that special part number, it's going to go to override, and override is going to say, guys, we don't have any pricing set up for this customer. And even though the pricing is at or even higher than catalog, all they see is a special part number, so they automatically assume there's special pricing to go along with it. So if you have a special part number, make sure you're setting up pricing for even those special part numbers, even if it is catalog, okay? Just because of the fact that when that happens, you see an email, and this happened last week in which we were trying to figure out why were they sending these emails. And that is because they don't see it that way. They don't check that all the time. They just see the special part number, no pricing set up, so therefore they need to know what pricing it should be and to verify it. They don't look at the catalog itself because they automatically assume special part numbers means special pricing. It's a little extra step, but please do that, okay? A lot of times we get customers that call in, give a price, and it's way, way low. A lot of times it's because of the fact that the customer is going off of old pricing. It's a lot of times, in fact, where the customer is trying to get a better price without going through us, and they're just naming their own price. That goes to override. Override sends us an email. We need to answer those, okay? Most of the time, customers, you know, they're like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot, and everything else, even though we know that they are trying to get away with shit. I hate it. I don't like it, but at the same time, they do it all the time. So be kind to the guys, the people in overrides. Keep in mind that they are seeing these. They've got 70 other people that they're dealing with every day on different pricing. So there's a lot of times where they may say in the email, and it may sound snarky, but it's not really. They're just trying to get things done as quickly as possible. Please be kind to them as well as anybody else. Keeping in mind that these people in Tulsa, they really are just doing their job. It's not all they're doing is passing things on to where it's supposed to go, and they're not personally involved in giving special pricing or anything like that. In fact, there has never been an instance, even though customers and or somebody says, I got a better price from your inside sales rep, that's actually not been the case. Every time I've listened to a call, it's the customer who gave that pricing, and the sales rep said, okay, that's fine. And then they pass it on to override, and then we get it, and then we're calling the customer, finding out, how did they get that pricing? They say, your inside rep gave it to me. We listened to the call. No, it was actually the customer that actually said it. And inside sales is just there to say, okay, well, if you have special pricing, we'll set it up. We'll have it for you. They just are designed to put everything through in the order to override. Okay.
That's just say I will check with your outside sales. You know what I'm saying?
Well, keep in mind, Angel, when they're doing the orders, all they're doing is doing exactly what they're told to do, and that is to send the email to override saying this is an override issue. That's when override gets in with you. They should not, they don't have time to actually say that, and then the customer gets upset. All they're there to do is to place the order. That's it. Okay. I know that's intuitive to a lot of people, but unfortunately it is the way the system works. Okay. And again, I'm trying to get better communication between us and Tulsa. It's going to take some time, as you can understand, trying to change a whole system the way it's been done for many, many years to something that is a little bit newer because of the fact that we have a better system of ordering, even though I hate the system of ordering. But at the same time, it is a better system. It just takes a while for people to actually learn new tricks and new ways of doing things.
Okay, so in your scenario that you just mentioned,
yes.
So the customer calls and gives customer service a price. Customer service says okay, because they don't argue, and then it goes into override. Then we get a call and submit a price request. Customer basically shot themselves in the foot because they can't get that price until the next day, if I understand the emails correct. Is that right? Am I understanding everything correct?
Well, yes and no. You can still set up the pricing. If you're involved with the override, you send them an email saying that's okay, customer accepts, this is the pricing the customer accepts. Then that order will be released and sent out that day, and then you put a price request in. It will be set up in the system for the next time the customer orders. Keeping in mind, if the customer is only ordering at one time, there is no reason to set up pricing. But if the customer is going to be ordering from this time forward or whatever, then we want to set up pricing. Customer can, as long as you're in touch with override, they don't necessarily need that price set up right then and there. They just need you to set up the pricing for future purchases. And until that pricing is set up, the customer will not get that price unless they're on that day. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I don't know if that actually made sense to everyone.
Yeah, no, it did. That cleared. Yep, I understand now.
All right. Other questions? Okay.
Ted.
Yes.
On Avery Reflective.
Yes.
So I did get a lit pack from Larry Nathan, who is our Avery reflective rep. And as you and I discussed, after that email came out, I contacted him and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
what's going on?" And it was the first that he had heard of it.
Actually, no, yes, that was, or no, it wasn't actually, but they had a meeting. I'll go into that real quick, guys. We're going to be having a managers meeting. They are going to be part of that particular meeting. The email I sent out a week and a half, 2 weeks ago regarding Avery Reflective. They've always had that. We've always had access to their reflective division, but Randy and the other sales reps in the commercial print side never really explained that to us that we had access. They have now created that division with different salespeople to be able to get to us and be able to open that up even more. That's why I put in there we have specific salespeople for every division, every every state. Every salespeople has their own. You'll see that, and you should see that in the updated contact list. Now, we will be having a meeting with one of the salespeople regarding the reflective division sometime next month. Okay? So they're going to go over all the different things. This opens up a big area for us that we really never thought we had access to. We always get called with 3M or Department of Transportation signage, stop signs, and all these different things that we never were really able to do anything because we can't participate. We don't have the pricing for it. There's only 2 distributors in the industry that have the 3M pricing. One of them happens to be Grimco. Okay? So we have to buy from them, and then they mark it up to us, and then we have to mark it up again. That's why we can never win any of those bids. However, with the Avery product, basically, close to the exact same product, DOT standards and everything else, now that we have an accessibility to be able to get some of those bids, and your customers can actually have a little bit more playroom to be able to get some of those businesses that they haven't been able to get in many years. Okay? So we will be having a meeting or a conference call with one of those salespeople, the head one, that I talked to last week, so that we can, or 2 weeks ago, so that we can actually know exactly what's going on and what they're going to offer us, which is just about everything they have in their catalog. Questions?
I have some questions on another issue, which is sometimes when, the red sheet, our special pricing list from Janet,
Yep.
Sometimes we don't have time to go to the catalog to check what the catalog price is before we go into red, second level up, whatever, and give a quote. And then all of a sudden you're hearing, Carly, the catalog's less.
Yep.
Okay, so is that going to be cleaned up a little bit this year, or are they going to be more on top of that, or we just have to be more vigilant to check both areas before we give a quote?
Yes. In other words, yes to both. The answer is, Janet and everybody else, they will not be changing that. Okay, I've already asked, is there any way we can put catalog pricing? No, it's a very time-consuming process. It's not automated. That's something that they will see if it's possible to do in the future. However, something that I'm also working on, but it's, Alan and I tried to put and change things on the cheat sheet so that we had access to that. It's very difficult. It's extremely time consuming. Every time, just for your information, every time a new cheat sheet comes out, which can be, twice in a day, we actually have to go through that every single time and change everything. So that's just not, it's counterproductive. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to, you're going to have to figure it out as far as going online, checking the pricing just to make sure when you're setting up pricing to be able to go
Right.
do that. That's just the way it is right now.
And it's just a habit that you definitely got to do is go to catalog before you even quote because it's happening more often. So, okay.
Well, and that's a possibility, keeping in mind that
Yeah.
customers,
Yeah.
you know, if they see it online, you can say, well, listen, you know, I mean, if it's cheaper online, great. Why didn't you give me that price to begin with? Because I didn't have access to my online or to my website at the time that you asked me for the quote. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay. Other questions about anything, please. Wonderful. Well, this is great. I want to say thank you. We haven't had the best of year as far as sales goes, guys. It's been up and down. We really have. We've changed some things. We've added better. We've gotten worse, and some others. You know, it's just been a lot of change the past year. I'm hoping that things change next year. I hope that we can actually get better sales, that we can actually do a better job. But I still want to say thank you for everything. You guys are a great team. You really are. I love working with all of you, and I'm really glad that I have all of you in my team and that we are able to work well together. So I want to keep that up, and please call me if, you know, sometimes if I get snarky with you, I use that word again. I never thought I'd ever use the word snarky, but I'm using it several times today. If I get a little snarky with you, I don't mean it personally. It just may mean that, you know, the call that I had before, I was trying to deal with other things. And sometimes if it's carried over, I do apologize. I do my best to make sure that I take every call and change my everything with each call because I want to go back and reset myself, but that doesn't always happen. So if I do that, please forgive me, okay? Questions, issues, comments, please. Great. Wonderful. Nothing. I love it. Guys, I'll send this out to you here in a little bit as far as the recording so that you can see it. If there is anything that you need, please feel free to let me know and let me know how I can help in anything. And you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget, I will be out of pocket, in and out of pocket next week, and then out of pocket the week after. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Any questions that you want me to bring up, any things that I need to bring up in Tulsa, please send me an email. If it's not in an email form, it will not be brought up. Don't call me and tell me what you want to bring up. You send me an email. Okay? Anything else? Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ted.
You too.
Thank you, Ted.
Bye.
You good?
Bye, Ted.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.